Every once in a while, a project comes along that our team gets really excited about, and this was one of those projects. Dylan Sprouse kind of contacted us out of the blue and was like, hey, I'm a big fan of your guys' work, and like, is there something we can do to collaborate? And obviously, we're fans of Dylan Sprouse here, and we were like, yeah, totally, let's do something. I don't think we expected, though, that he would have such a clear and cool idea for a PC, and it really enabled us to like do something that we're super proud of, but also was like a ton of fun to design. When we asked Dylan, what type of PC are you looking for? He gave us sort of two directions, and one was he really liked the Elm PC that we created, which was a very like minimal, sleek, clean line PC. We really just wanted to have some wood accents inside the PC and for it to be really clean and simple. And Dylan really liked that. He wanted something minimal, but at the same time wanted something with a Norse Viking theme. And that presented a really interesting challenge to sort of blend the two worlds together. At the time when Dylan approached us, he was working on an unreleased comic book that's released now. It's called Sun Eater. Basically, the premise of this comic book is a Norwegian legend about a man who gives up his leg in order to save his son and become a parasitic werewolf. And that gave us a ton of imagery to base the computer on. We knew we wanted to incorporate a lot of Viking Norse inspired styling. One of the challenges was we didn't want to overdo it. One of my favorite things about this PC is that we actually did a lot to it, but when you look at it as a package, it's still really sleek and pretty minimal. And that was, I think, Dylan's goal in the beginning, and I think we did that pretty well, and I'm super proud of how it turned out. To start with, we knew we wanted a chassis that was basically like a glass slab, and it would act as sort of a blank slate for all of the things that we wanted to incorporate in this PC. If you take a closer look, you'll notice on the inside we did probably the focal point of the PC, a really large live edge slab of cherry wood, and we wood burned the wolf from Dylan's Sun Eater comic onto that piece of live edge wood. On the front, there is a sandblasted wolf. It's very Viking, very Norse. On the top of the PC, in runes, we also sandblasted Sun Eater by the power buttons, just really small and really subtle. When you're looking up Norse or Viking imagery, you cannot escape knots. And so we knew right away that we had to incorporate knots on this PC. And so on the front, we just did 2 strips of just knotted wood that we stained cherry. A thin piece of knotted wood on the cable management bar, as well as on the GPU backplate. For the internals, we wanted to keep it really simple. We just wanted it to look kind of like a glowing hearth, because we knew all the details in this computer already were the focal point, and so the inside really just had to complement that. We frosted the tubing on the inside so that when the orange light hits it, it kind of gives it this fiery glow, as well as just added orange lights all over. And on the back side, we cut out a Norse sun and backlit that orange as well to kind of contribute to that glowing, fiery hearth look that we were going for. There were quite a few interesting challenges designing this PC. I think one of them was the wood burning. It's not something that we've done before, but we knew we wanted to step out of our comfort zone a little bit and try something different, especially with a theme like this. So there were some setbacks when it came to the wood burning and just getting like the stain just right, and also preserving that really pretty live edge wood and making sure that it didn't sort of, become something that looked like a big jumbled dark mess. And I think what we landed on is really nice and really stunning. Anyone who follows Dylan Sprouse on social media, as I'm sure probably a lot of you do, you know that he's an avid gamer and is into all kinds of like Norse things and all things nerdy. And we design a lot of computers for gamers. And so a lot of our PCs are, designed around gaming themes. And so this one was a little more unique. He wanted something that was based on the comic book that he was writing. I think that was super cool. It was something different that we, hadn't really had the opportunity to do before, and we knew right away this was going to be something that we were going to be really proud of and have a lot of fun with. Of course, on a PC like this, we weren't going to slack on specs, so internally you're looking at an AMD Ryzen 9 3900X processor, custom Iron Tundra hardline liquid cooling, 32 gigabytes of RAM, a 1TB SSD, a secondary 1TB SSD, and a GeForce RTX 2080 Super graphics card. I think what our team loves the most is when we have the opportunity to step outside of our comfort zone and try new mediums, try new things, In this PC, we got to use a piece of live edge wood and wood burn it. And like, these are things that we've never done before, and I'm sure we will be doing in the future, We love that we had the opportunity to do this and to create something that we think is truly unique. We hope that Dylan likes the computer as much as we do, and really, I think it's something that, can be held on to for a long time and really enjoyed, and for him to know that it was a PC that was made specifically for him and that no one else has anything like it.